Show me what it's like.
Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be 3 quick, easy, gluten-free meal options for your family. This first one is called Mexican Pile-Up. Technically it's a taco salad, but that's just what my mom always called it, was a Mexican pile-up. I am using ground turkey, and you're going to want to start cooking the ground turkey, and then I put lettuce in it, so I just decided to go ahead and wash the lettuce while that ground beef started cooking. And also, we do a different type of sauce. We mix sour cream and salsa together and use that as like the dressing for the Mexican pile-up. It is delicious, guys. Delicious. Once your meat starts browning pretty good, you'll go ahead and add whatever taco seasoning you like to use. And I like to go ahead and add a little bit of salsa to my taco meat. It makes it a little bit more moist and gives it a little bit more flavor.
Nothing ever in between, shedding tears or extremely happy. Got no one to stick around.
Instead of using your traditional tortilla chips for your taco salad or Mexican pile-up, we like to use Doritos. So I'm just getting a few Dorito bags that we have laying around, and I'm crushing them up because we like them crushed, we don't like them whole. Now to form it, you'll put your ground beef down, your cheese down, your lettuce down, your chips down, and then drown it in the dressing. At least that's what we do. This is so good. It's so quick and it's so easy. And again, gluten-free. Great option here. Next, we're just going to do a pot roast. And we're not using any gravy mixes because a lot of gravy mixes have gluten in them, and I am gluten-free. And we're going to cook it in a crock pot all day long. So what I do is I pop it in the crock pot. I put a mixture of salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and I like to use the ranch dry seasoning. I'll put that on there, and then I'll rub it in, flip it over, and do it all over again on the other side.
Still yearn for heartbreaks, like the feeling of misery. I created my own reality, and as the days pass, the story began. Pushed and pulled until they ran. Give me a reason, give me a chance.
Normally I would add carrots as well to my pot roast, but I didn't have any, so we're just going to stick with regular potatoes. And I'm using the red potatoes, and I just cut them up into cubes like this and pop them right in over the roast.
To ease my heavy heart, just some energy to feed up, and then get rid of. Give me a reason, give me a change, give me something to love, at least.
So I add the potatoes to the roast, and then these are just some frozen banana peppers that I had. I just dump them in there for flavor, and when it's time to actually serve it, I take the banana peppers out. It doesn't make it spicy, but it gives it a really good flavor. So after I pop the banana peppers in, I put some minced onions in there. I put a can of diced tomatoes, the petite diced tomatoes, and then I do some, I do a spoonful of minced garlic. I do a whole box of beef broth, and I only had a little bit left in that box, so I used it, and then I got another box and finished that whole box into this crock pot as well. Then I add all of the seasonings that I used on the roast into into the juice just to make sure that it flavors really well. A pot roast is a big piece of meat, so you're going to need a lot of seasoning to make it flavorful. And then I always make rice as a side and put it all over the rice. And this is what it looks like in the end. And it is delicious, guys. So good. Moving on to our next dish, I am making ranch cheddar chicken. And I used boneless, skinless chicken breasts. And these are still a little bit frozen, but that's okay. I'm just cutting off all the nasty bits, like the little fat and skin pieces and blood vessel things that are just gross and gross me out. I'm cutting all those up and cutting it into smaller pieces since it's frozen because I want it to cook a little bit faster. So yeah, that's what we're doing first, is just dicing all of this chicken up. Then you're going to douse the whole thing in ranch and then spread cheese all over the top. And I cook it at 350 between 30 and 45 minutes depending on how thawed out it already is. I just cut in the middle to make sure that it's done. But as a side dish, I'm cutting up zucchini, mushrooms, and I had some okra that we had stored in the freezer from our garden this year. So I just threw all that on a pan, seasoned it up really good. Usually I use salt, pepper, coconut oil, and garlic powder, and garlic and herb seasoning. And I mix it all up on the pan, and I pop that in the oven as well until it's done and just roast them. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, comment below, introduce yourself if you're new, just say hi if you're a returning subscriber. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, and follow me on Instagram. My handle is Momming with Charity. I post there every single day in my stories, just a lot of real life content for you guys. I hope everybody has a great week. Bye.
You can take me high.